Blxst released a new album this Friday, right? And I like Blxst. I think he's a good artist. I think he makes good music. I think sonically, right, musically, he doesn't necessarily make bad songs. But does those songs really stand out? Does those songs really touch you? Really reach your spirit? Really just embody everything that you need as a listener for you to relate, for it to resonate, and for you to be re reinvigorated, right? So I feel like the music is good overall, right? When we come to Blxst, the music is always good. It's cool, right? To me, it's never great, right? But that's just my personal opinion. That's just my personal taste. It's never great. It never reaches those boundaries. I feel like he did take some risk. He got in a little dance bag. He got in a little island bag. Reggaeton, he got in a bag that's usually different from his normal West Coast bop. I believe he stepped out the box a little bit with this I'll always come find you. But I can't find you if you're never wanting to be found. And Blxst, he wanted to be found. He put up that SOS and said, I'm here. I'm not just going to be singing on these hip hop hooks, but I want to make some music that the ladies can sway their hips to. I want to make some music that the islanders can roll their belly to. I want to make some music to make them whine, that dirty, dirty wine. Blxst. I believe you did a good job in doing that. I believe you did a good job with taking the risk, shooting your shot, creating some type of musicality that we never heard from you or never heard much of you. And with your tone and with your vocals, I feel like it suits you. It definitely suits you better than what J. Cole did on Might Delete Later when he tried to get into that bag. Right? Why do you have to put another man down to uplift another? Well, I just have to point out the similarities. I just want to show you the comparison of somebody doing the job right and somebody trying to do the job but not getting it done. And I believe Blxst was able to get that job done, but at the end of the day, he tried to copy the same format as Don Tolliver. And I was listening to the songs. I was trying to see, does each segment sound different from the other segment? And to me, it really didn't. And what I mean, he was trying to copy of what Don Tolliver did, right? It was kind of like 4 EPs in one album, right? It was 4 segments of 4 tracks, 1 through 4, 1 through 4, 1 through 4, and the last one, 1 through 4. And all these songs, 1 through 4, I don't feel like I was getting a totally different, separate vibe than I was getting from the 4 before it or the 4 after. So to copy this format and really not to show much difference in the scheme or the sound or the pattern, to me, it didn't really make sense. It was hard to understand why he did it that way. And why do 16 tracks? Right? That's my issue with these artists. Blxst, you're a good artist. You make quality music. If you would have picked 12, if you would have put 10 tracks out of those 16 tracks, you could have gave us a classic. You could have gave us a masterpiece. You could have gave us something that we would have been wanting to listen to all summer, but you had to outdo yourself. You had to put out more music than you needed to. You had to give us a 16-track album, and that was not necessary. Drake, we want to hear 16. Cole, we want to hear 16. Kendrick, we want to hear 16. Wayne, we want to hear 16. Big Sean, we want to hear 16. Nas, we want to hear 16. Jay-Z, we want to hear 16. Blxst, we don't want to hear 16. Ty Dolla $ign, no, we don't want to hear 16. Right? We don't want to hear 16 from Jeremiah. We don't want to hear 16 from French Montana. We don't want to hear 16 from these artists that are on the cusp or on the edge of really breaking through. It's just too much music to consume, and everybody's dropping. So give us that 12. Give us that 10 that we can really absorb, that we really can take in and listen and really gravitate to that sound. And I think that would have suited you best. But they're telling you to do 16. When you're not a 16 type of artist, you're just a 10 to 12. And get on those features, get on those hooks like you do, and keep running the numbers up. But you're Robin. You are a Robin, right? You are a sidekick, Blxst, right? You are somebody that the big homie wants to take under his wing, right? You're somebody like 21 Savage to Drake, right? You're somebody like Baby King to Kendrick. You're somebody that can complement the sound of others, but you by yourself just doesn't hit that vibration and frequency that we need to put you on that pedestal to elevate your platform. So I love the music. I love the consistency. I love the quality. I love the sonic. I love everything that you're doing production wise. But what I need from you to do is do something that will really make you stand out as an individual, right? And maybe that's just too much high expectations, right? But Selfish Ways, that song Selfish Ways, I want to hear more like that. I want to hear more like that. I want to hear more pain because your vocal is similar to Anthony's Hamilton's tone. It's a little raspy, a little bit deeper, right? I want to hear like a little more pain from you, and I feel like when you're a little bit more self-reflective, when you're a little bit more introspective, I believe that you can hit the target, the bullseye. So that's my review for Blxst.